Hey there guys, what is going on? Slappy here, doing another free-to-play Friday video. If you guys are new to this, every Friday I choose a free-to-play game and, well, more for myself than you guys, but I like to try out free-to-play games, see what's good, what's bad, what's out there, really, because there's so many free games now and it's fun to see what they're like. Anyway, this is a game that's been recommended numerous times by a lot of people I'm friends with, people on the internet. All kinds of people love this game. It's called Brawlhalla. And my first impressions were it's a Super Smash, cute graphics, it runs really smooth, and that's sort of what it is. That's sort of the basis of what it is. It's really fun, it runs smooth, it's got kind of cute graphics. It is free to play, but similar to a lot of games with heroes or champions that you play, there's sort of a free rotation, and to unlock all of them is $22, which if you play the game a lot really isn't terrible. You can unlock them with in-game gold that you get by playing, and just playing a little bit, I don't know what that was. Just playing a little bit, it seems like it wouldn't be too hard to unlock them all, or unlock the ones you want with the in-game gold that you earn, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, let's talk about the pros and the cons of Brawlhalla. So the pros, I really like the cartoony style. I think it's really cute, really nice looking. It's just a style I like. You know, I prefer Fortnite to PUBG, and I like cartoony looking games, and this definitely has sort of a cartoony vibe, and I think it's really well animated. Sort of in line with that, the game runs just silky smooth. It runs incredibly smooth. I had no hiccups in my 2-3 hours playing it. Never once was I like, it's frozen or there was a graphical glitch or anything. It runs just really smooth, which is great for a game like this and just good for games in general. It runs really nicely. You can use a keyboard or a controller. I tried both of them and they both worked pretty well. You know, the keyboard with the arrow keys, you use Z, X, C, and spacebar. And it runs really well with the keyboard. The controller plays quite well too. I actually preferred using the keyboard over the controller, but I suppose that's maybe controversial. They both run very well though, which was kind of nice to see. There is a lot of characters. There's all kinds of characters or heroes or champions, whatever you want to call them. There's a lot of them to choose from and to unlock and to play towards. And they all seem to be a little bit different, similar enough that you don't feel out of place, switching between them, but different enough that, there's definitely ones you would like, ones you wouldn't like, all that sort of stuff. So it was kind of neat to see the amount of characters, champions, I don't know what to call them, the amount of characters in the game. There's also a lot of different game modes. They kind of all revolve around doing the same thing, but there's quite a few game modes. You have, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. There's a Brawl of the Week, which I guess is one that changes rules and whatnot, not infrequently. I think once a week it changes to a new weekly Brawl that has sort of strange rules or whatever. This week it was 3v3, which was a little hectic, but kind of cool. You can play free-for-all, which is just 4 people going at it. There's all kinds of game modes. There's also a whole ranked system. So that was kind of cool to see. You can switch it up if you want to experience different things. There's also a game mode where you switch heroes every time you die, which is, I tried once, and it was great for just trying out different heroes and stuff. The last pro that I thought of with this game was that it was really fast-paced. There wasn't much downtime. You click your champion, you click OK, you're in a game pretty fast. The game is, 3 minutes, you play it, it's really fast-paced, you're out of it, you can be in another game within a minute, which I really liked. There was very little downtime. When I was playing it, I was playing it. I wasn't looking at menus, I wasn't looking at loading screens, it was bang, 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 which I really enjoyed, and it never took very long to find a map, or a match. Yeah, a match. Never took very long. It was very fast-paced to get in and out of games, which I really enjoyed. The game you're seeing on the screen, by the way, is the first game I won, so I was kind of happy put it on the screen. There are some cons with this game, which we can talk about. There's a whole store system. There's all sorts of character models and costumes, which, free to play, you're going to have that. There wasn't really any big emphasis on buying them, though, which was kind of nice. It never pushed you, but there is a whole store system, which I don't know why I put it as a con. It's more of just there, but there is all kinds of stuff you can buy. The game modes are all very similar, which isn't really a con so much as it's the game itself. The game is a Super Smash brawler. So yeah, all the game modes are going to be very similar. You're doing the same thing over and over again, with slight variations. But there aren't a lot of different things. The game looks a bit dated. which is sort of part of its charm. And I love the cartoony style, but the game does feel a little bit dated compared to other cartoony games that are out there. I feel like the graphics could be updated just a little bit, just the smallest amount could make a big difference. But the matchmaking didn't seem particularly great. I often got in maps, I would say 50% of the time it was very even. I was playing against people with probably my very limited skill set, and we had very close games. And then 50% of the time it seemed like there would be one person lobby that just crushed everyone else. It may have been a Smurf account thing or whatnot, but it seemed like 50% of the time it's just games weren't even all that enjoyable because somebody would be so dominant, which kind of sucked. But, I mean, matchmaking didn't seem great. Along with that, the community, maybe I just had a bad experience in a few games, but it seemed like more often than not, the people I was playing with weren't very nice, saying some very mean things in the comments. And I don't know. I know sometimes free-to-play games just have sort of a difficult community occasionally, but this one, it just seemed not very nice. The other thing is, I was never in maps that had a particularly different aesthetic. The maps are kind of cool. They're very dynamic. They move around. But it didn't seem like there was a lot of difference between the maps. They all seem to have sort of a similar look, a similar color palette and whatnot, which was a bit disappointing. I like having a bit of variation, but I guess that's more of a minor thing. Would have just been nice to have some different colors. Either way, that was my sort of impression, my pros and cons playing. I think I played 4 hours, it says. Steam says 4 hours of Brawlhalla, and I really enjoyed it. And I look forward to playing it with friends, because I think it's going to be super fun to play with friends. And it definitely brought me back to that Super Smash on the N64 type vibe of, sitting there with your buddies and just having a great time. Nobody really knows too much about what's going on, but it's fun anyway. It runs really well, which was cool. It was really fun, and it definitely captures that old school vibe that I think it's going for. Anyway, that was my review, my picks. Brawlhalla. I recommend checking it out. It's free, it's on Steam, and it seems to work great on any computer. From what I hear, it works great on lesser-end computers too. So anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you play this game or you are going to try it. And subscribe for more every Friday. Free games. See what we can do. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.